Hi, my name's Oriana Bretschker. I'm the CEO and founder at Aquacycl, and welcome to Wastewater Wednesday. So today we're going to talk about post-treatment, and specifically what does that look like at a utility or if you have on-site treatment at your industrial production facility. Any treatment process which is biologically based is going to generate byproducts. This is typically sludge, right? And that's the extra biomass that's generated through either anaerobic or aerobic processes. For waste-activated sludge, which has to be managed from aerobic processes, right? This is that aerobic bacteria that's growing up to keep up with the organic pollutant removal that's required based on the amount of sugar coming in and air that's forced into the tank that they're growing in. So you get a lot of sugar and you get a lot of air, you get a lot of biomass. Some of that gets returned, right, and reused because you want to keep that process going with sludge that's been acclimated to it. But all of the excess stuff has to be removed. So typically what happens is that it's going to go into a settling tank, and you settle out the sludge. You may have to add some flocculant, additional polymer to clump it up. Then you have to dewater it because you don't want to haul off a bunch of water. So you try to extract as much water out of the sludge as you can, so that can be done by a number of different processes. Then you take that still fairly wet bunch of solids and you haul that somewhere. Usually that will go to a landfill, but it's going to ultimately get applied to soil and that breaks down, and then that generates greenhouse gases as that breakdown occurs. If you can reduce the amount of sludge that has to be hauled and addressed through land applications, you reduce the amount of chemical that's added, you reduce the amount of energy that's required to flocculate, you reduce the amount of trucks on the road, and the emissions associated with sludge breakdown. Now for digestate, that comes from anaerobic digestion processes, the same process would occur. You got extra bugs that comes out of a process, you gotta dewater them, and send them off somewhere. The microbial populations from an anaerobic process and an aerobic process are very different, but it all ends up as sludge. Now there is a way to actually treat it. You don't have to just send it to breakdown, and that's Aquacycl. So Aquacycl's bioelectrochemical treatment technology can actually take these sludges before they're dewatered, and whether it's digestate or waste-activated sludge, further digest or break down, right, the remaining organic molecules. And all of that extra biomass is treated as total suspended solid. It's dead bacteria, which is still made up of organics and nutrients. And our bacteria, which are forming a biofilm and very robust and very active to breaking down total suspended solids, can actually address these lower organic but high TSS contents. So what that does, right, is minimizes the amount of total sludge that has to be dewatered and hauled, sometimes up to 30 to 50%. That could be a massive savings depending on how your facility is operating. As an industrial post-treatment or even a municipal post-treatment solution, Aquacycl can provide you some options beyond what you're doing now, save you some money, reduce some emissions. Go to aquacycl.com and learn more.